so much for shooting 41 questions with us.
Happy to.
All right, shall we begin?
Yeah, let's do it.
How has 2024 been for you so far?
It's been fantastic, most notably because I just started a new job at TTEC.
Amazing. We're so happy to have you. Are you a resolutions person? If so, any for this year?
100%. I'd say my top resolution this year is healthier eating.
Love that. What's your morning routine like before diving into your day?
I always start off with first 1 cup of coffee, then a workout, then a little bit of meditation, and then I'm off and running.
If you could summarize your role in 3 words, what would they be?
Unleashing human potential.
What's the most rewarding part of your job?
Seeing somebody connect with what they're passionate about and thrive.
Is there a big misconception people may have about learning and development?
There's probably a lot, but the biggest one that comes to mind is that learning only happens in a classroom. But in fact, it happens everywhere.
So true. How can one ready themselves to absorb new information?
Well, my answer might surprise you, but it starts off with making sure you've had a good night's sleep, a good nutritious meal, and that you're not stressed out about anything else before you learn.
Amazing. Is there a particular routine or practice that you have to center yourself before tackling a project?
I'm a big pre-planner, so I plan out that project to the best of my abilities, and that takes care of a lot of the uncertainties.
What's your go-to icebreaker activity to help build community within your team?
I always like to ask somebody what their super strength is that nobody else knows about.
Is there a particular thing about you that makes you different from other leaders?
I think most people would say it's my frequent communication and the community that I create.
If you could only teach one skill for the rest of your career, what would it be?
I think it would probably be nutritious and healthy eating.
And do you have a favorite book or resource for personal development?
You know, I'll tell you about my top book from 2023, and it's The Art of Impossible by Stephen Kotler.
I love that. I've actually heard about that book. Thanks for recommending it. What's the most memorable feedback you've ever received from your employee?
From an employee, probably the impact that I had by believing in them. And it just goes to show you never know the positive impacts you have on people.
I love that. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received about teaching or training?
About teaching or training, you don't have to know all the answers.
So true. If you could magically make everyone in the company passionate about learning, what's the first thing you would teach?
Optimism and believing in themselves.
Amazing. What's the most valuable lesson you've learned from one of your team members?
Probably that it's okay to admit your mistakes.
I know you just started at TTEC, but if there's somebody that's just starting their career with us, do you have a piece of advice for someone just starting their career in learning and development?
You know, I'd say it's for starting any career or any project, and that is that there's no stupid questions.
Very, very true, Julie. What's the most interesting cultural difference you've encountered while conducting training internationally?
I would say the way that people respond to group activities. Some cultures just really don't like it.
Do you want to take a seat for a second?
Sure, let's do it.
Guide the way. What's your favorite way to unwind after a particularly intense day?
Probably by exercising.
Love that. And this one's fun. Music, stroll in the park, or long drives?
I would say go for a run.
I love that. How do you keep yourself up to date?
I am a voracious reader. It is one of my favorite things to do, and so I'm constantly reading.
Which leads us to your next question. Do you enjoy reading books or listening to books?
I do both, actually. I listen to podcasts when, you guessed it, when I'm working out.
Love it. Is there a particular book or additional podcast that you're reading these days?
You know, the latest podcast that I discovered a couple of months ago is Diary of a CEO.
And now, here's the real question. Is there something people don't know about you?
I used to teach people how to lose their accent when speaking English as a second language.
Wow, very unique. All right, should we keep going?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Plant mom or parent?
Both, actually. I love my garden and I love my pets.
Absolutely. What's your idea of a perfect Sunday?
Get my workout out of the way early, and then spend the afternoon reading, working in the garden, or going for a nice long walk.
Amazing. Do you have a guilty pleasure?
Probably sugar.
Don't we all? What's the most adventurous thing you have done?
Well, I have my motorcycle's license, and that surprises most people.
That's incredible. Do you have a signature dance move you can show for us?
I absolutely do not.
If you were to offer me a dessert, what would it be?
Well, my favorite dessert is cookies.
If you could have any job for a day, unrelated to your field,
Oh my
what
gosh.
would it be?
I'd be a baker.
Oh, amazing. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received about life?
You know, I will say that it's something that I believe in, which is never give up.
Very true. Do you have a bucket list? If so, how many things have you struck off?
I don't.
Okay. What's your idea of fun?
Well, I've already spoken to a bunch of them, but I would say reading, gardening, going for long walks, kind of mellower stuff.
All right. What will your team say about that?
They'd probably be surprised because I'm such an extrovert and I'm constantly talking.
Love that. What's one advice you have for your younger self?
For my younger self, don't take everything so seriously.
Now that we have reached the end, do you feel glad or do you want us to go on?
Well, actually, I'm running a little bit late here, so I would say I'm glad, even though it was a lot of fun.
All right. Thanks, Julie.